recently I got the game The Last of Us 2, as many of you watching this might have done. And okay, so I have a couple of bullet points of things I think you need to know about this fucking game. So I see this a lot of controversy surrounding this game, and for first of all, the whole thing that people have saying that, oh, if you don't like this game, you're transphobic or you're anti LGBTQ. That's fucking bullshit. Because I mean, sure, there are some people that probably don't like this game because of those stupid reasons, but those people are stupid. They're idiotic. If you don't like a piece of media just because it has some sort of representation, you have something seriously wrong in your head. You're a bad person. So my main issue with this game, well, I have a couple. See, the gameplay. Let's start off with the gameplay. The gameplay doesn't really do anything new. It has a couple of quality of life choices, but it's nothing too innovative. Like I told somebody before, this game is almost like next-gen graphics with previous-gen gameplay. The graphics are amazing, sure, but at least me, I don't play games for graphics. I don't... Sure, graphics are important, but I still play Dark Souls 2. And those games graphically aren't that amazing, but I enjoy them because the gameplay is really fucking fun. Recently started playing also Spider-Man for the PS4. That game's gameplay is extremely fun. It's some of the most fun I've had in a superhero game. Beating Batman Arkham City. I haven't played Arkham Knight yet, but I'm planning to. But the gameplay in The Last of Us 2 is lacking, is subpar, it's boring. Sure, the graphics are fine, but it's just boring. I'd rather just sit down and watch a movie at that point. It gets a bit repetitive. So let's start off with my main points, my main issue, which is with the story. Because I think it's just really bad storytelling. It's just, story structure is just bad. It's just, I like to say it's objectively bad. Of course, I'm a very subjective person. But I honestly believe it's objectively bad. Spoiler warning, if you haven't noticed. Abby is alive just because of Joel. Now, Joel saved Abby. This is the main problem I have with the game. See, I have a problem with stories that are based around coincidence. If Joel had never saved Abby, this game would have never have happened. You remove just one scene, the storyline falls apart completely because she was gonna die. She was gonna get eaten. So the fact that Joel saved Abby is the only reason we have the game happening. Then he revealed who he was. She kills him. You've been using Ellie to find Abby to kill her during the game. The game shifts from in present to flashbacks and then flash forwards, which is fine. I don't mind flashbacks and flash forwards in stories as long as they're handled properly. And I think here they are handled properly. But again, if you take off that piece of the Jenga puzzle where Abby's alive just because Joel saved her, the whole story comes crumbling apart. Then during the game, you eventually play as Abby. And then Abby, at the end, near the end, spares Ellie. But Abby has to be convinced to not kill a pregnant woman. Ellie is pleading with her, please don't kill her, she is alive. And Abby is just like, good. She's glad she's pregnant and she's gonna kill her. I don't understand what the whole deal with this scene was. I mean, sure, I get Abby and Ellie fighting, but not putting Abby saying good that she's gonna kill someone that's pregnant. Because that's fucked up. You want this person to be the new protagonist? How am I gonna like someone that is going to kill a pregnant woman that she knows, an defenseless pregnant woman? She has a knife to her throat, and all she says is good. So I see a lot of people like defending Abby and the reason Abby is in the game, but she really had no reason or issue being in this game. So much later at the end, when you play as Ellie again, to finally go get your revenge on Abby. She finds Abby after fighting a bunch of people. She saves her. They're walking to some boats. They're getting on the boats, and Ellie tells Abby, I can't let you go. They fight, and then Ellie just lets her go. I kind of get what they're going with. The whole angle with revenge is bad, revenge is a cycle. We've seen it in Batman many, many times. Many other superheroes and many other stories handle the revenge angle much better than this one. So what is it that they're doing here? Subversion? You thought that Abby was gonna die, but then Ellie appears to be the bigger person and lets her go. But subversion isn't always a good thing. They're using just, at least to me it seems, they're using subversion as a means to try to be witty, try to be smart, try to be good writing, but I think it's really bad writing. See, Ellie killed a bunch of people getting here. She killed a bunch of people getting to Abby. So if she already killed a bunch of people, what's one more? Are you saying that by sparing Abby, she's a better person now? Even though she killed dozens, hundreds of other people that had their own aspirations, their own lives? I don't know, it's just, again, to me, it's bad writing. We go again back to the fact that if Joel hadn't saved Abby, all of this would have been different. The whole plot would have been different. There would have been no Abby. There would have been no revenge plot if it wasn't for Joel saving Abby. And I know I can't convince you if you've already made up your mind, but humor me for just one more moment. Close your eyes and envision Abby as Abner, a man. Imagine if during the whole time you were playing The Last of Us 2, Abby was Abner, a man. Do you still like the game? Imagine a man almost killing a woman, a pregnant woman, held a knife to her throat, and the man said, "Good. Good. I'm glad she's pregnant. I'm gonna kill her." Imagine if a man did that. Imagine a man beating and killing Joel to a pulp. Imagine a man being hunted down by Ellie just so she could spare this man at the end. Imagine if Ellie had said, "Abner, I can't let you go." They fight. Abner bites off 3 fingers off of Ellie's hand, and then Ellie says, "Just go before I change my mind." And he just leaves. Would you feel the same if it was Abner and not Abby? Think about it. Really, really, really envision it. If during the play you're using Ellie, someone you've grown to like a lot from the previous game, and then midway point, you change to another guy that killed Joel. And at the end, you use that man to beat up Ellie. And that man that you're using almost kills a pregnant woman. Do you still think it would have been good writing? Would that change in gender? Would have changed the whole game for you? If your answer is yes, then you must admit that this game's story is shit. If you say no, that it wouldn't change your mind, then you must admit you are a piece of shit. Because that would be fucked up. It is fucked up right now with Abby being the one holding a pregnant woman at knife point. Another thing that I really disliked about this game is that you have to kill dogs. As a dog person myself, I can't condone any game, any media where the dog dies. I avoid them. Now, is there one good thing I liked about this game? Yes, there actually is. Accessibility mode. Every game should have all the options offered in this game and more. So this game did have a huge step forward with the whole accessibility issue in the gameplay. But the core mechanics of the game, bad. Not bad, they're passable, but again, they're last-gen mechanics. The game does nothing new, nothing innovative. I play video games to have fun, to enjoy myself, for a little bit of escapism. Sure, games have made me cry in the past when the story is good. For example, Spider-Man has made me cry because Doc Ock is so nice when he's a regular person at the beginning of the game. And I know where the game is gonna go, so that made me very sad. But the gameplay in Spider-Man for the PS4 is amazing. The gameplay in The Last of Us 2 is just okay. If you like the gameplay of the first game, you're gonna like the gameplay in this game. They're almost the same. It's just The Last of Us 2 is a bit step forward in that regard. But if you want the game with a little bit more crunch, avoid it. The gameplay isn't anything to write home about. The story, as we've discussed before, is utter crap. If you already made up your mind, I know I cannot convince you otherwise. It's just my 2 cents on the matter. With all that said, I am the voice in the void, reminding you, I'm always watching.